And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Entertainment. With me, your host Jonathan, and of course BB8. Welcome you to another episode of Batwoman Season 2, Episode 7. Sorry, 7, Episode 7. And boy, oh boy, we got a lot to talk about here. First of all, a very simple episode, but I think it finally gave us some explanation about certain things that was going on in Batwoman. That there were so many like moments that we don't know, but I think it kind of filled it up kind of nicely so where we can be like, oh, okay, now I get why we this and this and that happened. So yeah, I'll go off to Batwoman season 7, season 1, 2, episode 7. Go back and watch it because it's pretty big and very kind of important a little bit. So let's talk about it. So the first thing I want to talk about is, why is Sophia so eager to kill her brother Ocean, which we found out a while ago that the guy Ocean that she sent Alice to go kill was in fact her brother or stepbrother or whatever you want to call it. And why Alice all of a sudden started getting flashback memories of her fighting this guy and kind of falling in love with him as well. Well, we got that answer when we find out that Alice has captured one of Sophia's like right hand girls. She starts telling her the story of why everything happened. How Alice just showed up on that island. She was pretty much been freed for what happened with Mouse and his father and what's going on there. And we start seeing Alice go through transition of her learn how to fight and learn her trade and how she becomes who she is when we first see her in first season of Batwoman. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people wonder, wait, how the heck did Alice learn how to fight so really well? She learned from the island that she was in Sophia's place. Sophia apparently let her stay there to have her train because she saw something in her that, oh, she could be my right hand girl moving forward. And it looks like from the flashbacks we were watching, it started to look that she had Ocean, who's probably maybe her top soldier. Okay, train her, get her to be better than you. And Alice, from a couple of moments in the flashback we get to see, she does. She ends up getting really, really good at who she is and how she becomes who she is. Unfortunately, something happens where Sophia finds out that Ocean and, of course, Alice, even though Alice has not yet admitted it, they start to form a little bit of a crush on each other. And then when Sophia finds this out, she gets to the point of being jealous. Apparently, in a shorter way to explain this, Sophia was falling for Alice, like falling in love with her, and she wanted Alice all to herself. And of course, she finds out that Alice may be in love with Ocean and Ocean's in love with her, and she doesn't like it, and she wanted Ocean to be dead. And then of course he wanted to take the flower and send it to the world so that way they can have the ultimate cure, because apparently that flower is so important. It's like the cure of all cures apparently. So he wanted to take it out, and he wanted Alice to go with him. That way they can manufacture the plants for cures and all that, and live happily ever after. Now, of course, Sophia didn't like that, and she just kept trying to go after the both of them. That's why she sent Alice to kill him, because she kidnapped somebody that Alice really cares about, even though she wants to kill her sister, which is Kate. So Kate's been kidnapped, supposedly. I mean, I really don't know if this is actually going to go anywhere, because, Ruby Rose did leave the show, but now in a recent interview, she said she would love to come back, but she doesn't want to ruin what's going on now, so it's very confusing at that point. Only time will tell if we actually going to see the return of Ruby Rose, recast or not. Who knows? While that's all happening, you have poor Batwoman, Raya. She's still pretty much getting affected by the kryptonite that's now affecting not only her body, but now has worked its way into her brain. It starts giving her illusions of her seeing her mother, who she misses very, very much, and all she wants now is revenge on Alice, and she wants to go kill her. That's basically the gist of this episode. Does she do it? No, because the pain's too much on her and she can't. And then she realizes, yeah, I can't be a killer. This symbol doesn't mean kill, even though Batman has killed before in the comics, but still, whatever. Anyway, yes, very interesting episode. Finally give us some more details of what's actually going on with this Sophia character. I feel like this is a version, in my opinion, of the League of Assassins, a new version of it. Because honestly, ever since Arrow, and we had the League of Assassins, and then Nissa disbanded them, we haven't really heard anything about them. So maybe Sophia was a member of the League of Assassins. She decided to do her own thing. She finally found that island decades ago and never told anybody. And then when the Assassins disbanded, she went to the island to do her own thing. That's just my guess. I don't know for sure, but it does feel a little bit of, okay, I'm like Rachel. She's like Rachel Gould in a way, where she wanted Alice to be her next successor in a way and be with her like a queen. Kind of like reminds me of when Rachel Gould in the comics, he wanted Batman to be his successor, be the next Rachel Gould. And also in Arrow, Oliver became the next Rachel Gould. He saw some potential in him, and then of course betrays him, and then we all know the story there. So it kind of feels the same way here with Alice, where Sophia wanted Alice to be her successor, be her queen in a way, but finding out that her brother might be in love with her, thinking that she may betrayed her. Kind of typical stuff like that, but it kind of makes sense in a way. But yeah, and of course Alice got to fight Batwoman and gave her the beating of her life. Granted, she was losing only because the kryptonite is messing her up. Though Alice now apparently is an assassin, so there's that. That's where she get her actual skills, so there's that. So yeah, and of course the Crows are still looking to find Kate and Sophia themselves, and who knows what's going to happen there. Then they find out about his ex-wife's company might be involved somehow with the plant. So at the end of the episode, we find out that they have to get that plant for Ryan. If they don't find that plant and give her the cure that she needs, dead. Goodbye. You might as well find Kate and have her be Batwoman again. But yeah, apparently now next week's episode they're gonna go to the island now to go find that plant and Kate. So I doubt Kate is actually gonna be in the episode, but you never know. Only time will tell, and we have to wait till next week to see what actually is gonna happen. If Ruby Rose is actually back, I'm happy. If they cast somebody else as Kate Kane, I'm not gonna complain, because honestly, it feels like they just did this whole new Batwoman only because Ruby Rose pretty much got pretty much quit or got fired like 5 minutes before they was supposed to start shooting the new stuff. So they had to rush it. I'm not saying I'm not liking the new Batwoman. I actually enjoy her. I think she's awesome as Batwoman. But I feel like the show and the people who are running the show had no idea what they were going to do with this whole situation of Ruby Rose leaving or whatever drama that was actually behind it or whatever it is. And now they're trying to use, this is bringing a story like Kate has been kidnapped, even though they showed us that Kate was in the ground in an airplane. And I don't know how that's possible, but go figure. I guess they decided, hey, if Marvel can make fake deaths with their characters, we can do the same thing for us. So that's going to be a thing now. And we're going to have to wait. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. And, oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, Justice League comes out, I think, Friday or Thursday or whatever. I know it's a 4-part thing, but I'm going to review it as one film. So 4 parts as one. And there's going to be some spoilers, so stay tuned for that, because I'm doing a spoiler review of Justice League Snyder Cut. And I'm looking forward to it. Still nervous about it, but I just wanted to give you my DC update. Still going to review the other shows as well. Flash is going to be this week, and of course Black Lightning, and of course Superman and Lois. So stay tuned for those. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. And subscribe for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.